Greetings. My name is I Am Quartet, and the road to 2K starts now. To help us reach our goal, subscribe. Thank you! Like, share, and comment on all videos. Play the video until the end, even if you're not watching it. This helps YouTube recommend our channel. Oh! What's up, everybody? It's your boy, I Am Tyler Perry. I Am Quartet.
Oh, I'm Todd Out, the greatest man.
I'm EJ.
Welcome to another explosive, fantabulous episode of the Culture Section. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fans of the Culture Network YouTube channel. Also, like our the Culture Section Facebook page. Check out the podcast on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and Amazon Music. They just launched a new, we on that too. What's up, everybody? We good. Everybody checking in?
Yeah, I was thinking about Neo. You know Neo?
From Matrix?
Is it Neo?
The singer?
I'm trying to figure out. Please tell me that this has something to do with something.
With the dimples.
I was thinking about people who don't look right with a bald head.
Aww.
He's one of them. I remember the first time
he has a hat now.
The first time I seen him like without the hat, I was like, oh snap.
Oh.
All right, anyway.
Hold up.
Where did that come from?
I said, hold up.
This is amazing. I didn't expect to feel this way. When I was about 19 years old, I left home, and my grandmother, she gave me a quilt that she had made. And this quilt was something that I didn't really care for. It had all these different colors and these different patches in it, and I was quite embarrassed by it. I had no value in it at all. When the dog got wet, I dried him off with it. When I needed to change the oil on the car, I laid it on the ground. I had no respect for this quilt. Many years later, as I was walking past one of those fancy antique stores that I could finally go in and shop, I saw in the window a quilt that looked just like the one that she had given me. And as I'm in the store wondering where that quilt was, there was an attendant who walked up to me and said, "Let me tell you about this quilt. It was made by an African-American woman who was a former slave, and each patch in the quilt she had put in represented a part of her life. One part was from a dress that she was wearing when she found out that she was free. Another part was from her wedding dress when she jumped the broom." And as I was hearing this story, I became so embarrassed. Here I was, a person who prides myself on celebrating our heritage, our culture, and I didn't even recognize the value in my grandmother's quilt. I dismissed her work and her story because it didn't look like what I thought it should. Now, whether we know it or not, we are all sewing our own quilts with our thoughts, our behaviors, our experiences, and our memories. Like in my own quilt, one of my memories when I was about 10 years old, I remember my father standing at the door, and I was wondering why he stood there so long. He was frustrated, and he walked away, and I asked my mother what was going on. She said he had worked all week, and he was waiting for the man to come and pay him, and he never did. They needed the money at the time. And I tell you, she was so frustrated, she turned to me and she said, "Don't you ever stand by a door waiting for white folks to do nothing for you." Now, you got to understand, my mother wasn't a racist, but in her quilt, she couldn't imagine a world where her son was not waiting by the door for someone. In her quilt, she couldn't imagine me actually building my own door and holding that door open for thousands of people. In my mother's quilt, she couldn't imagine me owning land that was once a Confederate Army base, where Confederate soldiers plotted and planned on how to keep blacks enslaved. And now, on that very land, black people, white people, gay, straight, lesbian, transgender, ex-cons, Latin, Asian, all of us come together, working, all coming together to add patches to a quilt that is as diverse as it can be, diversity at its best. I stand here tonight to say thank you to all of the people who are celebrating and know the value of every patch and every story and every color that makes up this quilt that is our business, this quilt that is our lives, this quilt that is America. Because in my grandmother's quilt, there were no patches that represented black people on television. But in my quilt, her grandson is being celebrated by the Television Academy. I thank you for this. God bless you.
Kudos to whoever wrote that speech for him.
Kudos
to them. Whoever wrote that speech. Whoever wrote it, They did a great job. Now let's hear the real story.
Okay, before we get into all of that. So, in case you didn't know, Tyler Perry received the Governor's Award from the Emmys basically for his contribution to the arts, whatever that is, entertainment, theater, whatever you want to say. This is a big moment for him. I've kind of realized every moment with Tyler Perry is just that, a moment. He's going to make a moment out of it. There's going to be some type of life lesson that he's trying to convey.
Not to cut you off, my bad. He doesn't have any writers. Kudos to him for writing a great speech. My bad. Now go on. He doesn't have writers. He does his own script.
That was so weird.
I'm dead.
I just realized I made a mistake by saying kudos to whoever wrote that speech, and I realized he doesn't have writers. He does his own writing. Go on.
Kudos. So here and here's the thing. So obviously
It's called shade.
no one. This is not the shade. This is not the shade room. This is the thing. So no one can discredit his accomplishment.
Nobody.
No one on this planet. He's saying that. I slept in my car. I wrote these plays.
How old was he when he did all this? I wonder.
I don't know.
He couldn't have been 19 because he had a dog that he was watching. Go on.
So he was literally he put all these people on and gave them careers and wrote all these TV shows, and so this is the moment that he wanted to
You must have cut off the part where he was thanking Jesus and the Lord. Go on.
Who, me?
Yeah, you must have cut that part off. How you gonna skip the part where he was thanking God for being his Alpha and Omega and beginning and the end?
Did you hear this speech? I didn't think you did. All right. I didn't think you did.
Oh, why you cut it off though? Why did you edit that part out?
Hey man. So here's the thing. I don't know, man. I'm happy. And I'm happy that he's black. I'm happy that he's successful. I'm happy that he's a billionaire.
There's a but coming up, ain't it?
There is a but. There's a but. And it has nothing to do with what he's done. It's what he's continuing to do. So I had the astute pleasure of watching.
Uh-oh, that's a big word, Ebony.
That is.
I probably misused it.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, action. That's a big word, EJ.
So I had the pleasure of watching, I think it was the first episode. First of all, let me keep it real with you. I'm a House of Pain fan. I've always, especially when it was on TBS and then when it went to
Yes, they were funny.
BET?
No, OWN.
Oh, okay.
OWN. See, that's why you get lost in the mix, and that's why he tell you about the quilt because I know about the quilt.
Oh yeah, I didn't have OWN. We had to stream that show. This is the one with the laundromat and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. But in my appreciation of having like a black sitcom and stuff, I overlook some things that I can no longer overlook, especially since my co-host brought it to my attention. Now,
which co-host we talking about?
You.
Oh,
on this one. Not the one that's drinking coffee,
and
doing a live
and dipping Oreos,
and dipping overalls, and all you hear.
You hear that? I didn't even hear that, man. I just.
I bet I will by the time I finish mixing this joint. So here's the funny part. So I'm watching House of Pain, right? And I literally was literally waiting on it, right? Now you had a conversation about things just take too long, right? Like it's the same scene for like 20 minutes. Like
20 minutes, no sir. Same scene for 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Or more.
So here's the thing, what I noticed. This is, and my whole goal while watching this was confirming what you told me. I didn't want to go back to the laundromat because that would have been easier. So I'm watching it, right? Malik comes home from college and he says, I need to talk to Uncle Curtis. That went on for like 3 episodes.
Yes, it did.
That one thing went on for 3 episodes.
Yes, it did.
Until he said,
yes, it did.
I can't even remember how they said it because it took so long, man.
You.
Like she's pregnant or something. And he said, that's you, man. It went on.
Yes.
And then it went across the street.
Yes.
And there was Ella and Curtis was playing out. He got something to tell you. That went on for like another whole 2. I said, man, this is
my God.
crazy.
It's so long. It's so dragging out.
Yo, man.
Oh, my goodness.
And it pains me to say this, man. But
How it pain you?
Cause
This is called what is it called? Criticism? What's the first word you put in front of it?
Critique.
Constructive
criticism.
man.
Mhm.
But here, okay, so in all fairness, I compared something. I looked at 911. They had an episode where a tsunami hit
Mhm.
the merry-go-round or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So that one episode dealt with Evan on his end and
Mhm.
stuff M&T was doing. The
Mhm.
second episode, it dealt with the same thing, but it was from
Mhm.
another perspective.
Yes, yes. Makes it more interesting when you do it
I
that
said,
way.
man, I said, yo, this is dope.
Mhm.
Then
Right,
I,
right.
Then I thought about Tyler Pryor. I said,
Dang.
oh,
Oh, poor thing.
That's why he shouldn't be bragging these days about
Poor thing.
his piles of scripts that he wrote,
I'm
man.
glad he's a billionaire. Poor
Listen,
thing.
there's nothing to brag about when you putting that kind of
I don't know
material
if that was
out.
shade or not. He's a billionaire, but we laughing at him. I'm not sure.
Well, he deserves his billions,
yeah.
but it ain't off what
And
he's
he-
putting out right now.
And he put, and this is the thing. Listen, they say that he employs former crack. All that. Nobody, we talking about what you giving us to watch.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, it's on beat. I looked at another show called Brothers or something like that. It was
I haven't seen that one. I seen Sisters.
Same
It's the
thing,
same.
isn't it?
It's the
Man.
same thing.
Can I be? That's on trash.
What's that
man.
other one he got? What's that other one he got now too?
And I like the comedian on that. Too.
Assisted living.
Assisted living.
Okay,
Same thing.
I didn't watch that one.
Same thing, man.
They got your boy from
It's
Straight from the
terrible.
Heart on there.
Same thing. You got what's his name? Anthony Brown is up there.
Yeah.
And then
And why they got
Naheem.
why they got Pamela Mann and David Mann? Are they on the show too, or they just?
Yeah. Last episode I seen, David just got introduced into it. And he's already funny. He already made the show funnier. But
Of
it's still
course, 'cause-
long. Like,
Sorry, man. Assisted living. You know, it needs
it's
some
the same as
assistance.
the Browns.
Thank goodness David is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's supposed. I think it's supposed to be where Brown going to a nursing home. Maybe. Am I wrong?
It ain't a nursing home.
He's supposed to be asking him, I think, for
Retirement.
money to help.
Well, what happened was they own a house. It's like almost condemned, and
Look at his goddamn.
his grandson and his family
Yeah.
kind of wants to come and fix it up. But I think
The movie and
because he's broke or something like
So
that.
the young dude, right? We talking
Young
about the
dude.
they own the house. That's the same. That's
But-
the same plot line from
and
Meet
the
the
prob-
Browns.
and-
exactly.
and
That's what I'm
first
saying.
season.
and
That's
someone
weird.
Like
made
that.
someone made a comment about how annoying the laugh machine is on that show.
It's pretty.
They said it's off, and meaning that it's
Oh.
just some moments ain't funny, and
Yeah.
it's just overused. I can understand doing the COVID-19. I guess you don't want no live studio audience, but
Oh.
Yeah,
man, sometimes, man, it's just the acting is horrible. I'm sorry too.
I like Cassie
It is.
Davis. I actually like Cassie Davis and the other guy.
What's his name?
Is it Lee Van?
Something like that. Yeah.
I like them too, man. But
Very funny.
it's just like I don't.
Does he not see it? Does he not watch this?
Exactly.
Is there such thing as called quality control?
Well, the thing about it is, here's the thing about like I guess us human beings, we like the ego. I don't know if he got ego or not. I'm just saying maybe what's happening is
I don't think that song was actually about an ego though.
Oh.
it'll fit good for this segment. But I think like sometimes you like, well, I work my behind off. I got billions, right? So and a lot of that bottom line is I work my behind off, and what do they know because they don't have the resources I have, right? Or me. All I'm
They
saying
got
is,
billions.
at the end of the day, they're giving you an award for your total contribution. You never won a Tony or Emmy or none of that stuff. Like for something singular project,
Right.
like for Medea Goes to Jail or Daddy's Little Girls or House of Praise. I'm talking about like, and it's not about you appealing to like mass media, I guess. But I'm just saying like when you have that kind of attitude, the thing about it, you don't need nobody, but we need quality content.
God.
Hey man,
Fall from grace.
when you hand
It's a
something,
fall from grace.
yeah, most definitely.
I stole that.
When you you did still.
one.
Hey man, when you hand something down historic to the next generation or
Yeah.
generation, you explain to him what it is, right? So you trying to tell me his grandma didn't explain what that quilt was, man? Listen, was that even a quilt?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
Hilarious.
do you?
I don't want to start.
Oh, you don't want to start doing that? And
critiquing his speech.
And man, listen, our grandfather, I don't know if he still has it, but he has one of those quilts.
Oh.
Them things is heavy. And when I say heavy, maybe they're different generations. Them things is heavy. The one I seen and that I slept under had
Let you sleep on it?
I used it as a cover. It was a quilt. It was a blanket.
That probably wouldn't have flew
It
in my
was
house.
heavy, man. It was for the bed in the wintertime. You put it on. I'm trying to tell you, it was so heavy that you probably didn't even need no heat on. I mean, it was
Wow.
heavy.
Where did he make that from?
He didn't make it. I'm sure it was passed down, or either he bought it, but it had the seven. What are they? The Stooges? What's them little things? The Seven Dwarves was up there. It had different stuff. I looked at it.
Where did he get that
Actually,
from?
even as a young kid, I was trying to figure out what is this. I mean, it looked cool, but I was like, what is this? What is all this different?
He never
stuff
told
with
you?
it? No, that's why I'm saying, usually when they pass it down, don't they tell you something? His could have just been something they sewn together by any materials they had back then. Like, man.
Could have been bored.
Yeah, like, no, I wouldn't say bored. They be like, man, we need some blankets. Hey, give me a patch of that right there.
Why did I never?
Why a patch? Why not like a...
Why you never let me borrow that quilt? No,
It ain't long enough, so you got to sew another piece of material.
you remember when Laura sold the quilt? Family Matters?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, they made a big deal out of that.
Once again,
Why don't I remember that?
when you pass something, when you give someone something that precious, you literally explain it to them, man. Not saying that didn't happen, but I'm just saying this man talking about he was drying off the dog with it and stuff like that.
Hilarious.
I'm thinking how big that quilt was we had. Man, he should have just used a towel. That would have been easier.
This could have been just a throw.
Or like a baby one for a baby.
Hey, man.
Like we put on the couch.
I ain't trying to
It
get
was a throw.
stuck. I'm not trying to get stuck onto a quilt. I'm just saying kudos on writing that speech because I had heard so many stories about some quilt that had historical reasons, man. It sounds just like his story, just by different people.
I got you.
I actually thought he was gonna say, "Yeah, I found out that quilt in the window was mine. I went to go get it. It didn't go that way.
Actually, I thought it was his
I was
grandmother's
sad. I
quilt.
was sad at the story.
Then
I
I'm
was like,
confused. Who raised him?
His mom, I think.
He ran from his father, right? Because his father was abusive,
Yeah.
and he ran to his aunt who was Medea. Is his mother still alive?
No, she passed away.
Oh, okay.
I
So I thought Medea, his aunt who based it off of, pretty much was the one who raised him.
she just the one that put him on.
Because with his stories, I thought, his dad didn't love him whatsoever. So instead of his dad standing at the door, you know what I'm saying, waiting for the paycheck, I would think his dad be beating on him or something, waiting for that paycheck.
Well, yeah, that's tough. Maybe sometimes I wish somebody would have been nice. A man would have been just nice to Tyler Perry because man,
I'm dead.
his movies, man, he
I'm dead.
Hey, listen, man, here's another thing.
he be having us looking like
To say don't
we
wait.
ain't got no goodness in us at all.
Well, at least y'all look good.
I like the way
As in your bodies,
I
because
told EJ that he has a certain type.
he
because-
does.
Besides his comedies. Now on his comedies, even though he
yeah.
be slipping up a little bit,
Yeah.
on his comedies, fat people are funny, but man,
Yeah,
on the
they
rest of them shows, he has a type.
I be glad when he
And his type is the ones that be in the gym
Yes,
all day.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, man,
I get
how
it.
is everybody on this drama muscular, man? Like,
Right.
and they all like to take off their shirt to show you their body every now and then. Like,
what is wrong with y'all, man?
what's up with this, man? Yo, man,
crazy.
Man, I'm
show
sorry.
old fat man some love.
You know, I never
Look,
thought about. You know what? His comedies are half the fat people, and then his dramas and like the
Oh
serious
no,
stuff.
we
have,
done
like,
went to
the-
this. Look, man,
Like, dude.
I can't wait till he get this. He had this one movie, and the light skinned dude with the muscles take his shirt off, and his back look like Wolverine.
It ain't gonna
With
happen.
plaques,
No,
with plaques.
It ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Cause to get cast for it, you probably gotta come down some speedos. Turn around. Flex. Oh yeah. Put some oil on them real quick.
The women too. They all have nice bodies. Like
I'm sticking with his type of man for his shows. His type of man for his shows.
This man said it's Speedos. Boy, when you go too far, you go too far.
You ain't gonna cut this one out, are you?
No, I'm
Thank
done
you.
cutting. I want to let you live in it. Hey, Hey, you know, I'm gonna give him your email and everything.
Please do. Give it to him, man. I like to talk to him.
They're like, I've been emailing them for like 2 years straight.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, to email me is almost one of the worst things to do, man, because I'm not good with checking my email, period.
You would better just show them knocking and running.
Every maybe 3 months, it's like 2,000 emails. I was like, man, I can't read all these
This man is
emails.
important.
And then I just smashed the delete all button.
You don't even check. This could be inside of that could be an Amazon promo code. I don't
Right,
know.
right.
It could be. Actually, you might be right, man, because
Thank you.
usually Amazon will always give me like a month for free.
What?
Delete all. Yes. But yeah, man, kudos to him for the awards, though, man.
Hey man, but you gotta stop, man. This man said you got to show up in Speedos.
Yo, man,
I can't believe it.
haven't you seen? I'm like, something ain't right about this.
Hey,
I'm
man.
getting tired of seeing all these muscular men walk around on this show, man.
All of them get hired by the same people too. Cause the guy from Marriage Counselor, that the play,
Yeah.
you seen that one, right?
I haven't seen that one.
How you gonna?
They ain't even supporting your plays, Tyler.
How she gonna say yeah?
Keep
though?
doing the same scenes. Keep doing the same scenes. Because we got people out here that ain't supporting you.
Well, you know, he already started the tour for Medea, right? The last tour,
I
right?
think so,
I think
right?
it's old.
Oh.
Oh, but listen. Oh, man. Come on, man. Why you doing me like
Lordy
this?
mercy.
It ain't got nothing to do with me, y'all. It's him. Look, I bought BT Plus because she said, I want to see the farewell play. I said, I don't want to pay for that mess.
How much is it?
Well, you got to pay for BT Plus.
Oh.
So, you know,
How much is BT Plus?
like, I think 10.
Jesus.
Tell me about it.
Wow.
So, look, we watched it. I spent the whole time mad.
It was that good?
Was it good or bad?
You was like, I can't believe it's going off, man.
No.
Was it terrible?
To me, it was terrible. So here's the thing, though. So they had one character. It's a guy. He wears like purple or some type of hair. But the thing about it is, it wasn't funny.
Mm?
He wasn't funny at all.
Yeah, that's
Right.
like assisted living. It ain't funny.
It wasn't funny
It ain't
at all.
funny at
Like
all.
if you're gonna go there, you're gonna have
Yeah.
a character playing
Until David
a man
Mann
playing
gets
a
there.
character.
Right.
David Mann.
At least make it funny. Now the singing, Tamla Mann was killing.
I know she do. I love him.
David Mann was killing too.
Yeah, I love
Because
him.
he's
I
a-
love
he's-
them.
That's a singing joker. Though.
Listen,
I think
man,
he is.
she can sing,
That Mr.
Yeah.
Brown miss ain't nothing to his singing.
but
That Mr. Brown overshadowed his ability to sing.
Mr. Brown
That's a singing
is
joker.
like one of the funniest characters, man. I get that to
Yes.
David Mann. You know, Tamla Mann is a good actress. She's not funny, but she's a good actress and an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm.
David Mann is an amazing.
Look at you giving their
he's a-
flowers.
He's that guy,
If you
man.
want
What
to-
about
if you
Cheryl
want-
Pepsi Riley?
Who that?
Is that the old lady?
That's the one that was in
Is she in Medea?
Marriage Counselor. She was in
I thought he was gonna talk the one that you like from Boo. The one that the old lady.
no, you talking about Hattie.
Hattie.
You know what he should do? He should.
I like Hattie as
I forgot about that show.
I like
What's
Hattie
the
as
name
a-
of that show?
to me. I like Hattie. And I like her like the lady that play her. Like she
Yeah.
singing stuff.
Yeah.
But Hattie,
She wasn't that funny. Like,
it's too much like.
Please, you
Medea.
laugh at Hattie all the time. Stop
just
playing
stuff she
games.
say. Just funny.
And you know who else? He should
She had some
do?
good moments.
He should do a movie with
Right.
the father, the one Medea's brother. Which is his father.
He was funny in Boo too.
He should actually.
Oh yeah.
He should just do a movie with just him or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Man.
Can we?
You know what'd been funny if we combined the Meet the Browns and what's the show the first show Meet the Pains,
House
like
of Pain.
those two,
One time
like
they did one time
because
for an
those characters
episode.
are more funnier than anybody else.
Hey, listen. After you was disappointed with it, did you cancel BET Plus?
Yep. Because what happened was I had already
Yep.
used it for a trial,
Oh,
so I was like, God, I got to.
Oh man,
Ooh, I wish I was.
hey, you know what makes me angry?
I wish I was a scumbag husband. That's like, so I was like, yo, you can watch it on your own like that.
I
That's
am
all.
That ain't no-
dead.
that is not no
I'm
scumbag
dead.
husband. That's you keeping it real.
I'm dead.
But that's when keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly.
Hey, watch this, and you can sleep by yourself then too.
Exactly.
You like, hey, can you might pass me covers. Like you don't be like in the bed. She like it be cold. And if she mad at you, like you want to say, can you pass me the covers? But you like, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I'm good.
You just go. Get up and get another
That is
comforter, man,
funny.
and just wrap yourself in
That
it.
is funny.
Man, as always, My name is I'm Quartet.
I'm Tyler, the greatest man.
As always, I'm EJ.
We see you. We see you.
Peace.